Hello and welcome to another episode on Football Talk Podcast. My name is Ozzie and I'm your host for today's show. It's the return of the Carabao Cup as Bournemouth face Liverpool at the Vitality Stadium in the last 16 of the competition. Both teams beat championship oppositions to get to this stage, but this will be a tougher encounter, especially for Liverpool, as I feel like Bournemouth are a tricky opponent. Yes, Liverpool did beat Bournemouth early in the season, which the match ended 3-1, but they showed flashes that they could really trouble Liverpool, especially on the counter-attack. Both teams are coming off wins over the weekend, so confidence will be high for both teams, and all is up for grabs. So we'll do a quick review today, preview today. In terms of team news, we'll start with Bournemouth. Bournemouth, the Cherries do have a number of casualties, including Tyler Adams. You've got Macondes, Fredericks, and Neto. Max Aarons, who was taken off in the last fixture, could face a late fitness test. Not sure about his availability. Lewis Cook is banned after receiving a red card against Wolves. And Senesi, the doubts of changes are expected to be made in the back line. For Liverpool, Liverpool have a few players out with injury regarding Robertson, who we all know is a long-term injury, and we won't expect to see him in the near future, possibly after the new year. Then you've got also the likes of Bajtic and Thiago still unavailable. Pep Linders actually mentioned Thiago in the press conference, saying that how much he misses him, and basically mentioned imagine how we would perform with Thiago in the current team. And to be fair, I share that same sentiment. And I've mentioned it in my previous show as well. Imagine Thiago in our midfield with the likes of Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, McAllister, Jones. I think we'd hit a new level. And for the first time, probably since he's been at the club, he's actually got runners around him. So, we're all waiting in anticipation for his return. As this day is still unclear when that will be. But hey, I'm all for it for whenever he does return and dons that Liverpool shirt in the coming future. In terms of other injury news, Ben Doak has just returned to training from a muscle injury, I believe it is, but I don't think he'll be available in this game, or it might be too soon to have him involved in first team action right now. And then Curtis Jones has completed his 3-match suspension, which feels like a lifetime now, to be honest. He's finally available for this fixture, and in my opinion, is expected to start. So what we can do, we can quickly predict the starting lineups for both teams. So we'll start off with the home team, which is Bournemouth. So here is a formation that they play. They normally play a 4-2-3-1 formation. So in terms of the lineup, as I mentioned earlier on, Neto, who is their first choice goalkeeper, is unavailable due to injury. So we'll go for their second choice, and that is Radu, who you can see here. So he will be deputizing in goal for Bournemouth. In terms of the back four, I think Lloyd Kelly normally plays left back, but I do have a feeling that Bournemouth will rotate their team for this fixture. So I'm going to go with Kirkes, who's one of their new signings from the summer. Max Aarons, I think, might be a doubt, not quite clear in terms of his availability. So I'm going to go with Alan Smith, who replaced him in the last fixture. So we'll go for him in the lineup. Maybe even if Max Aarons is rested, I think they'd prefer to play him in the Premier League later this weekend. In terms of the centre-back pairing, Senesi is a doubt for the fixture. So I think we'll see the likes of Mefem back in the team. And then you've also got the Ukrainian centre-back Sabani as well. So we'll put him in the lineup there. There we go. And then in terms of the double pivot, I think Billing will start. Billing is one of their star performers, scored an outrageous goal over the weekend against Burnley. A chipped effort from like 25, 30 yards. Great finish from the Danish midfielder there. So I think he'll start in this fixture. I think alongside him, it will be Rothwell, who normally plays in that role. It has been Alex Scott recently as well, but I think Rothwell will be the man in place for this fixture. In terms of wide options, they've got quite a few, to be fair. You normally have Semenyo on the right-hand side and you have Tavernier on the left. I think they'll rotate both players. So I think you'll see the likes of Sinistera playing on the left-hand side. You've also got Otara as well. If I can find his name. I'm not sure that's his bonus. Let's look for him after searching Bournemouth. Is he in this team? He's not in this team. That is strange. Technical issues there. So what we'll do, Otara. Let me try and see if I can find what his previous club was, and that'll give us a better indication. Otara. So Otara. That's his player's name, but he's not there. And there's no one with that name either, so it's a bit of a tricky one to place him in there. His first name is Dango, so let's see if anyone comes up. Oh, he's there. Very strange. He wasn't appearing on the list. I typed in Dango and it came up. So I think he'll start on the right-hand side. I remember him last season. He really troubled us from that right wing position, caused all kinds of havoc. So I expect him to see him start. Cliver, I'm not sure if he's available. He might be injured right now. So interesting if he is in contention. He might come off the bench. So that's another wide option for the Bournemouth team there. In terms of the number 10, I'm going for Christie. I feel like he's in first choice and you expect him to start in this fixture. I'm going to go there, and it will be Solanke who leads the line, in my opinion. So that's the Bournemouth lineup there. It's a decent outfit, not the strongest lineup, but I think expect to see rotation. But the key areas or the danger men in this team is Sinistera, if this is the lineup that starts tomorrow, obviously. Otara as well, who is a fantastic winger from that right-hand side, and Solanke. Christie is more than capable of threading things for the attackers. And then you've got Billing as well, who, you know, big in stature, really tall, can play football as well, has a good left foot on him. So a lot of danger men in terms of that midfield. Kirkhead is a flamboyant left back, so he can cause trouble on their left-hand side as well. So interesting to see how they line up tomorrow. Let's get into the Liverpool lineup. So I'll share the graphics for Liverpool. And we can predict our lineup as well. So obviously 4-3-3 formation for Liverpool. In goal, it will be Kelleher, in my opinion. I don't expect Alisson to start this fixture. So put Kelleher in goal. And then with Robertson being out and Tsimikas pretty much being the first choice left back, I probably wouldn't play him in this fixture. I think he hasn't shown great form, in my opinion. So maybe having him out of the firing line might be useful for him. So I like to give one of the youngsters a chance. So Chambers can play on that left-hand side. And I'm going to go for Gomez at right back. And then I'm going to go for Kwanzaa on the left-hand side of the centre-back position, alongside Matip, who will provide experience in the back four. So that would be my midfield. Now, in terms of the midfield three, Endo, who was fantastic last week against Toulouse in the Europa League. So we'll be excited to see how he does in this fixture. I'm going to go for Gravenberch. I know he got substituted on the hour mark, so maybe there was a slight niggle, or maybe he was unfit, you know, maybe because he's been playing repetitive games. But I feel like that's the only way he's going to find that rhythm. So I'd start him in this game. And I think Curtis Jones will be the player to start alongside him in that number 8 role. In terms of the front three, I'm actually going to go for Elliott on that right-hand side. It's a position that he played against Toulouse. I wouldn't start Salah in this game. I don't think it's necessary to do so. If required, he'll be an option from the bench if we need, some goals towards the latter stage, or just to help Salah notch up his tally for the season. But I expect Elliott to start in this game. Up top, I'm going to go for Gakpo, because I feel like he needs to get a bit more game time coming back from injury. He's made a couple of cameos. I feel like this would be a good game to embed him from the start. And on the left-hand side, obviously Diaz is not available due to unfortunate incident in terms of his family in Colombia. So I'd go for Jota on that left-hand side. And then Nunes will be available from the bench if required. But that would be my lineup for this fixture. Let me know what you think. Is it a strong fixture? Sorry, strong lineup? Would you actually make it even stronger and start the likes of Salah, or have McAllister in there, or maybe even put Van Dijk in there? Who knows? Let me know what you guys think in terms of that lineup. And yeah, that's a wrap up for today, guys. So thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tomorrow, I think we'll be doing the match reaction for this fixture. I think the kickoff is 8 o'clock, so we'll start the show similar time to today. So do it around 10:30. I just realized I forgot to do my score prediction. So for this fixture, I'm going to go for a Liverpool win. Not being biased, but I just feel like we have the stronger team. And I'm going to go for 2-0 to Liverpool. And I believe Curtis Jones on his return will score, and it will be Jota as well on the score sheet. So that's my prediction there, guys. So take care, stay safe, and I hope to speak to you all tomorrow, hopefully. Goodbye.